In 1719 in the Great Plains, we are introduced to a young woman called Naru, a young Comanche woman trained as a healer who is sound asleep when she wakes as the sunrise to embark on her daily routine with her dog. She searches for herbs with her pet dog and other healers, and she trains in her spare time as she dreams of becoming a great hunter like her brother Tabe. While training, she spots deer tracks and proceeds to hunt it. She hints to her pet to corner the deer as they chase, so they start chasing it. But while tracking the deer, her dog's tail gets caught in a trap, so she aborts the hunt and helps to treat her injured dog. Soon after that incident, she witnesses strange lights in the sky, which she believes to be a thunderbird, and a sign she is ready to become a hunter, but is actually a predator dropship. Later that day, she tells her brother Tabe about what she saw while training with arrows, but he dismisses her submissions as delusional thoughts. She returns home to her clan and helps her mum with chores. Her mum tries to explain to her that hunting as a woman isn't the norm and is dangerous. She tries conveying the idea that she can't survive noticing her disinterest in the chores, but rather sharpening her weapons, but Naru pays no heed to her mum. We see an alien arrive on the mountaintops with a stealth invisibility cloak. One day, as Naru is picking plants for herbs and returning back home, she is informed by one of the hunters that a member of the tribe has been taken by a lion, so the clan have formed a search party of hunters to find him. Therefore, Naru secretly accompanies the search party to find their tribesmen, hence, one of the hunters nearly shoots her thinking she's a wild animal, but her brother calls them off and they continue their search. Meanwhile, the predator kills a rattlesnake that's about to kill a rabbit and skin it. They track and search with Naru's pet for their wounded member till they find him heavily injured across the chest, laying by a tree. So they form a stretcher from tree branches to carry the wounded hunter, while Naru treats his wounds with some of the herbs and gives him some for sustenance. As they carry him back, Tabe stays behind to hunt the prey responsible, and Naru tries to convince him to join him, but he refuses as it's getting dark, and it could be dangerous, so she follows the group. Finding large, unusual tracks and a skinned rattlesnake on her way back, Naru feels these tracks are huge, and the skinned snake was done in an animalistic manner, suggesting very dangerous animal that her brother can't defeat alone. So she circles back with Pak, who is a friend, and reunites with Tabe to warn him of her findings. He doesn't want her around but allows her to stay since it's late, so the three lay in a hiding area to survey the territory of the prey. After confirming the area of dominance, they set a trap for the lion and wait. But during their conversation, the lion attacks them and kills Paka. Naru faces off with the lion as she is cornered at the edge branch of a tree, but she is knocked unconscious when she is distracted by strange sounds and lights in the distance. She awakens at home, having been carried back by Tabe, and is scolded by her mum, resounding her earlier warning of how dangerous her feat was. Tabe later returns to the village carrying the animal and its severed head, earning him the title of war chief and making his mum proud as it's an impressive accomplishment. But Naru is not happy as she feels something more dangerous killed the lion. She confronts Tabe about the encounter, but he dismisses her again. The village make merry and celebrate. Naru tries to sleep but has a sleepless night thinking about the event, and wakes up early sunrise and decides to neglect her usual duty of looking for herbs, convinced of a greater threat in the woods, so Naru takes her weapons and departs with her dog Sarii to the extreme parts of their territory as she tracks for unusual track prints, which she finds along with bloodstains in form of green fluids on tree barks, confirming her suspicions. On the far side of the territory lays the predator, tracking other forms of threats as a form of challenge, and notices a wolf chasing a rabbit, trying to make a meal out of it. The alien intervenes as the wolf almost catches the bunny and immediately decimates the wolf without any difficulty and skins it as it did with the snake. Naru makes her own axe for protection and fixes a rope to its end to hoist it back to her during combat. She continues her journey across the mountains, resting when it gets late with her pet, Sarii, keeping her company and tracking food for her as they journey on, while we see the predator spray the skull of the skinned wolf as a paraphernalia-like trophy in a cave. Naru wanders through streams and forest vegetation till she comes across a grain field littered with dead livestock brutally slaughtered. She prays for their soul before she proceeds her journey. After a while, she comes across trees with huge scratches and broken tree trunks and branches, but she falls into a bog pit when approaching to examine it. She then tries to pull herself out by throwing her roped axe across a group of logged branches and uses it as an anchor point to escape the bog pit before she nearly drowns. As she washes herself in a nearby stream, her dog brings a rodent for meals, and that's when she hears a grizzly bear from afar. She tries to shoot it down with an arrow and misses, but alerts the bear and only makes it angry and starts to pursue her. She tries to shoot it as she runs for her life, but her attacks proves to be futile as the bear chases her. The bear corners Naru as she hides in a group of logs. As the bear lunges angrily at her hiding place to get her, it is attacked by an invisible creature which turns out to be the predator. She watches in horror as the bear fights the predator, but is eventually killed and bloodily mutilated by the predator, giving Naru time to escape in the streams. She swims ashore after escaping the predator, before running into a group of Comanche sent to find her. She tells them about the predator, which Naru calls as Mupitsi, after Pia Mupitsi, which is Mother Owl, a monster in Comanche folklore. But they don't believe her and are irritated by her, so, after a scuffle with her, she is bound while they hunt for their game. Unknown to them, the predator is lying ambushed and watching. While they have fun hunting their game with Naru bound behind a tree trunk, the alien attacks one of the Comanche with an arrow-like dart, after which it battles with each of the Comanche and kills the men in combat, each one more grotesque than the former, while Naru tries to cut herself free. She succeeds to free herself just as the alien neutralizes the last Comanche it fights with. Naru runs into one of the Comanche hiding in the field, quietly observing. He tries to shoot at it from a distance, but the alien neutralizes him with its state-of-the-art alien weaponry. Naru runs out of fear and gets caught in a foothold trap. The alien catches up with her but ignores her, as she isn't a threat anymore. Naru passes out after being knocked out by French voyageurs. After the French voyageurs find and cage Naru and Sari, their interpreter Raphael Adelini questions Naru about the predator, whom the Frenchmen have encountered before and are trying to capture. When she refuses to talk, the lead voyageur reveals that he has Tabi captive and tortures him, but she still refuses to talk, so they use both siblings as bait for the predator, which the French are intent on capturing. They wait patiently for the alien to fall for the bait, but the predator stealthily attacks most of the Frenchmen, since it's interested in competing against opponents capable of being a hunter, not the hunted. While Tabe and Naru are trying to escape, some of the Frenchmen succeed in capturing the alien with a net, but it rips it open and start neutralizing each one of them. The Frenchmen attack the predator with different forms of arsenal, but with each attack they use, the predator uses a more futuristic weapon tech to reciprocate. Naru and Tabe succeed in freeing themselves and escape the battle zone before the alien explodes the territory with alien detonators. Naru goes back to the camp to rescue her dog and attacks the remaining Frenchmen who try to stop her and decimates them with her confiscated weapons. After she rescues Sari from the camp, she stumbles across a dying Raphael who teaches her how to use his flintlock pistol in exchange for treatment for his severed leg. Reluctant at first, Naru eventually gives him herbs that reduce his body heat to stunt the bleeding. When the predator arrives, Raphael plays dead, and Naru realizes that due to his reduced heat caused by the herbs, the predator cannot see him. But it accidentally steps on Raphael's injury, and he screams and is killed. Naru's pet advances towards the alien barking, and is about to be killed by the alien when Tabe arrives on horseback to rescue Naru. Tabe attacks the predator, knocking its face shield off, which controls the automated direction of its attacks. Together, they weaken the predator by collectively attacking it from different positions, but it disappears with its cloaking system and appears behind Tabe and kills him. Naru flees tearfully home to relay the bad news to her mum, who is painstakingly distraught. She leaves to the streams to recollect her thoughts and decides to kill the predator, so she leaves home and finds the ruthless surviving lead Frenchman. She captures him and uses him as bait by cutting off his right knee. Consuming the herbs to hide her body heat, she uses Raphael's pistol to ambush the predator after it has killed the French voyageur. She attacks the predator with a strategic set of traps with the sole aim of knocking off its face shield mask, which she knows is used to direct its spear gun. She attacks the alien the more, weakening it time in and time out. She nearly gets decapitated but narrowly escapes by snapping the predator's fang-like tooth and stabbing it with it. She then slashes the ankles of the predator with the help of her dog, confusing it, and lures the predator into the bog pit, where she positions the mask to face the bog pit. She battles the predator, which becomes mired in the bog. She then entices the predator to attack her, which works as it fires the spear gun at Naru, and misses since the mask guides the projectile back to the predator's head, killing it instantly. Naru severs its head and paints her face with its glowing green blood. She returns to her village with its severed head with a triumphant look on her face, where she is declared the new war chief. Naru informs her tribe that it is time for them to move as they cheer on for her accomplishment. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode.